Hey, good evening. Welcome, family, friends, Team Super Dad members everywhere around the world. It is day 22 of the Team Super Dad 28-day habit challenge. My name is Johnny Jensen. Good to see you. Where have we been tonight? It is the end of the kids' school year and we've been to crazy golf. It's basically been date night for me and my daughter, our like play date night. Quality time with each child, and that is the subject of tonight's 28-day habit challenge. Where's my banner? I made one. There we go. We can put that up there. It's great to have you here. Have you been on any of the other 28-day habit live streams? I got a lot of feedback for the porn one the other night, which was day 20. Recorded in a field, perhaps quite appropriately, if we've got any dogging fans out there. But no, I was in Hailsham, and so that one was recorded from there. So as always, sex sells. So I kind of knew that was going to be a popular one, even if no one commented during the live stream. And that's a good prompt, basically. If you're watching, let me know where you're at and what you're up to. Let me know. If you comment, you can see, I can put it in there. Howdy. Are you doing? Boom. I can put that in the chat like that. So if you are watching and you've got a question, let me know what your top habit is, and let me know. I don't know. Let me know how many kids you've got, because tonight I'm talking about spending quality time or making quality time with each child. And this is something, do you know, like date night? Every couple should be doing a date night, and that's a habit in itself. I'm going to try and squeeze that one in before day 28. But making time for your kids is, I don't know, Matt, is it even more important? Depends how your relationship is, basically. If you haven't got a relationship, then the play date or the date night with your kids is more important. If you're in a healthy relationship, well, then I think date nights are very important. And if your relationship is struggling, then you need to somehow try and introduce them. With your kids, though, you know, every child, when you think about, like, what does a kid want? What does your child want? The thing that your child wants more than anything is to spend time with you. And all the money in the world, all the cool things and places you could go. To be clear, my daughter generally wants to go somewhere that costs. What are we doing? Where are we going? It's generally going to have something of an expense involved. But that's girls, I think, mainly, or certainly in my world, that's girls. Jago just wants to go and play football, either outside or on the Xbox or watching it on TV, and that's all right with me. That's cool with me. But it's important to remember that when you know, in the busyness of life, particularly if you've got more than one kid, then putting something in the schedule so that on some kind of regular basis you are spending quality time, a significant amount of time, like go out for the day, at least go out for the evening with each child on their own, so you can actually find out, like, how was your day, what's going on for you. You know, too often, and you should know this with your wife, partner, you should know this with your grandparents, your parents, that when you spend a short amount of time with them, you just get the easy stuff. You just get the top line. I don't think you're really asking me because you care type thing. But it's when you spend some good time with your loved ones, with your children, that you can actually start to, like, scratch beneath the surface, make sure that you're getting to really know who they are at a basic level, but also what's going on for them, what's happening with their friends, what was school like, what's their favorite teacher, what's their dolly's name. You know, that's a cracking one. When, especially if you're separated, you know, daughters in particular, knowing their friends' names and knowing their dollies' names is absolutely vital, because when they talk about them, that's a real conversation to them. And if you're like, I ain't got a clue what you're talking about, whether it's Charlotte or Emma, that's two of Rosie's dollies, then, you know, it's important that you know which one's got ginger hair and which one's got brown hair. Like, it really matters to them. And like that bond, that closeness that you can create in the relationship just by knowing the things about them, it only comes through spending quality time with them. Tonight, my daughter and I have been out with her friend, and her friend's mum. It's the end of the school year, and she wanted it was our date night tonight. She wanted to do something, and it's just nice to have that focus just on one child. Nice to have the chit chat be between just you and them. We had pizza, we played crazy golf, and we watched some TV before she went to bed. That's why we're a bit late on tonight's live stream. Early on in my separation, and I think this isn't just about someone who separated, but there was an occasion where I had to change my plans, and it let my kids down. There was an arrangement that was made, and I had to let them down. And he was so upset. Again, obviously, it might have been heightened by the situation, but it's worth remembering that if you cancel on your kids a lot, if you change your plans a lot, if they've got an event coming up like a school play or a football match or something, get it in your diary as early as possible ahead, so that when they look out on the audience, when they look to the touchline, that you're there, that you're one of those parents that are on the touchline cheering them on. I can remember, when I played rugby, when I played football for the school, I would look up and that's who I wanted to see on the touchline. I wanted to see my dad there, and it wasn't always possible, but it didn't mean that every single time I looked up and hoped he was there. And thankfully, with my work, I have the great privilege of being able to be at pretty much all my kids' events. Who can say what it would be like if I was getting on a train and going to London and those things? But what I can say from my heart is that my intention would be that I would be there as often as possible. And something like organising a date night, a regular play date night, and a day out, a time when you focus all your attention on each child, just you and them, one at a time. It's great to go out with all of them. Me and my kids are always out together, but equally, probably more important, find time to have focused one-on-one, good times, get to know your children. It is important for me to be great friends with my kids. It's also important to be strict with them and really clear about who's in charge, but to listen, to talk, to cultivate the idea that you can have healthy conversations and that you can chit chat, you can joke, you know what makes each other funny, you know what their favorite stuff is, you know what their dolls' names are. These are the kind of things that really deepen the foundations of your relationship with kids. So when I'm working with dads and they're asking me, or they're worried about, they're concerned or frustrated or saddened by the distance between them and their children, or how hard that it is for them to have conversations, then you've got to go back to basics and work on getting to know each other, building that trust, even having your kid know that you're there for them. And somewhere in amongst spending time together, if you've let them down or done something wrong, you've got to create enough of a space for that to become spoken about, to become something that you can resolve. And the rewards are not just in that moment, but they're down the line as well. Me and my kids have spoken literally since they were babies, since before they could talk, I was talking to them. And not just in that stupid ga, 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 ba, ba, ba language, like actually just bumbling around, driving around, chatting to them and creating that relationship right from the very start. And I don't find it a surprise at all how much me and my kids talk. I feel like it's something that I've created with them over the entire space of their life. So wherever you're at with your relationship with your kids, start to put some foundations in, start to get a really clear picture in your mind of what you want it to be like, and actually start to consciously put it into place, just like you would any relationship, just like you would if you were falling in love with someone. Your kids, it's in the blood. It's that connection is already there. You just got to put in the work to make sure it stays as juicy and as healthy as possible. If you're a dad who wants to create more in life, if you want the kind of relationships with your children and your loved one that's got real juice and passion and energy, then get yourself over to Team Super Dad and the Hero Academy. The Hero Academy will be launching this August with the first 20 dads onto that exciting program. So come on over to teamsuperdad.com. I look forward to registering you, to talking about it, and to having some wild adventures over the next 9 months. My name is Johnny Jensen. This is Team Super Dad. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.